Hello guys, welcome to another video in the series of coding. Today we're going to solve the problem that is called rearrange array. So in this problem, you are given that you have to rearrange a given array so that array of I becomes array of I with O of 1 extra space. Let's try to understand this. Suppose this is the input array that is given to us. Okay, now let's see what is the output array that we want. So this number is having the value 4. So at fourth position we have 3. So we want to replace it with the value 3. This is the output array that we want. Now let's see the next value that we want. Next, the number is having a value of 0. So at 0th position, at 0th index, we have the value 4. So we want 4 here. Okay. So we want 4. Let's go to the next position. Next position is 2. At second position, we have the number 2. So we just want 2 only again here, right? Let's go to the next value. Next value is 1. So at first index, right, you have the number 0. So you want 0 here. Okay. So you will store 0 here. Okay. Now let's go forward. Next you have the number 3. So at third index, you have the number 1. So you want 1 here, right? So you want 1 here. So let us store 1. Okay. So this is the output array that we want. Now the problem is such that we cannot use any extra space. You have to do it in constant extra space. If we were allowed to use extra space, we could have simply made this array and this question would have been very simple. Now we can't use this extra space at all. So you need to do it in constant time. How can we do it in constant time, right? So what if you try to do it in constant time? What is the problem? Okay, let's see. Okay, let's say we don't have this output array, okay, and we want to do it in constant time. So let's see what is the problem with that. So you are starting with the first number, right? First number, you need the number at index number 4, right? So at index number 4 you have 3. So you need to store 3 here. What if you simply replace it with 3? What will happen? What is the problem? You will get the output 3, right, for the first index. But when you go to the next index, there you need the value at 0th index, right? At 0th index, now you will see the value is 3. So what you will do? You will simply store 3. But this is wrong, right? This is wrong because you don't need to store 3 there. What do you need? You need to store 4 here. 4 was the earlier value. You need to store the earlier value. The correct output is you should replace it with 4. But if you try to go at the 0th index now, you will see a value of 3 because we have already replaced it, right? So this is the problem. So how can we solve this problem, right? How do we solve this problem? Okay. So let's see any hint that they have given. They are giving us hint that n square does not overflow for a signed integer. So this is very important. Now usually we'll ignore such hints, but this hint is most important, right? N square does not overflow for a signed integer. That means we can store two numbers together in the signed integer. Let's also see their hint. They are saying you will need a copy of older version, but you can't use extra space. So can you think of something so that we can extract more than one entries from existing numbers? Encoding two numbers into one. This is the important hint. Can we encode two numbers into one so that we are not able to lose information, right? For example, here, what is the output that you need? Okay, let's write the output again. Output is at fourth position there is 3, you need 3. At 0th position there is 4. At second position there is 2. At first position there is 0. And at third position there is 1. This is the output that you need. Okay. Now, you need this output. Okay. So you need to change these values. You need to change this value to 3. You need to change this value to 4. This to 2. This to 0. This to 1. Okay. But the problem is, if you change it to 3, you are going to lose information. What will happen to 4? You need to use 4 and later store 4 here, right? If you simply change it, okay. If you simply change this position, we will lose the information of 4, right? So what are we going to do? So let us do one thing. We will not make a change here. Okay, we will not make a change such that we will not make this 3. Okay, we will not simply make it 3. Rather, we will use a simple trick where you need somehow 3, right? You need to replace this value and get 3. But for now, we will not store 3. Rather, we will store a number that is having information of 4 also. So what we will do? We will store 4. Okay, plus we will store 3 into 5. Okay, why is this? Now, this is a trick that we are using. Now this trick is going to be very useful. Okay, so we will store this. So how does how does that help? Okay, so let's see. 3 into 5 is 15. 15 plus 4 is 19. So instead of storing 3 here that we want to store, we'll store 19. Okay, so let me cross it and let me store 19 here. Now later when I want 3, can I extract that information? What is 19? 19 is simply 4 plus 5 into 3, right? So if I want to extract 3, what should I do? I should simply divide 19 by 5, right? I can divide 19 by 5 and I can get 3. Okay, I'll divide 19 by 5 and get 3. So if I'm storing 19 here, I will be able to get 3 later on when I need to make it 3. Also the advantage is if I'll be able to get 3 very easily. But 19 is also 4 plus 5 into 3. I'll be able to get 4 also. If I do 19 mod 4, if I do 19 mod 5, right? If I divide 19 by 5 and I take the remainder, if I do 19 mod 5, I will get 4 also. I can use this 4. I am not losing this 4. I can use this 4 later. So this is the simple trick. Okay, now let's go ahead and see the complete code. Now let's go to the next number. Next number is 0, right? So at this place, what do we want? We want to store 4, right? So we'll go to the 0th index. We see a 19 there. Okay, so we will simply take 19 mod 5 and we'll get the information. 19 mod 5 is 4. So we got 4, right? We got 4 that we needed to store. So whatever number is that, just take mod 5. You will get 4. So you need to store 4 there. Okay, so you need to store 4. Now we will not simply store 4. We will multiply it with 5 and we will add the current number and store it so that we can use this value later. 4 into 5 is 20. So instead of storing directly 4 now, we will store 20. Okay, we will cross it and we will store 20. Let's go to the next number. Next number is 2. Next number is 2. So what we'll do, we'll go to the second index. We'll take mod 5. 2 mod 5 is 2. Okay. So we know we want to store 2. Okay. So what we'll do, we'll multiply 2 with 5 and then add 2 and then we'll store it. 2 5s are 10. 10 plus 2 is 12. So we'll store 12 so that we can use it later in case we need it. So we will cross it and we'll store 12. Let's go to the next index. Next index is 1, right? So you need to go to the first index. First index has the value 20. So how do we extract the value from it? So if you take 20 mod 5, you will get the value 0. So initially 0 was stored here, right? So we got the information. So we got the information that we had encoded. So we know that we have to store 0 there. But we will not store 0. We will multiply it with 5. We will add the current value 1. 0 into 5 is 0. 0 plus 1 is 1. We will store 1 here. Okay. So we'll cross and we'll store 1 here. Let's go to the next number. Next number, we should look at the third index. So at third index, we should look the number. So at third index, we have the number 1. 1 mod 5 is 1, right? So you know you have extracted information 1. You need to store 1 here. But we will not store 1 simply. We will multiply with 5. We will add 3 and we will store it. 1 into 5 is 5. 5 plus 3 is 8. So we will store 8 here. Okay. So we will store 8. Now this is the array that we have. Let me write it properly. Let me write the array properly that we have. So after all the iterations, we have 19, we have 20, we have 12, we have 1 and we have 8. Okay. Now it's very easy to extract the information and to convert it into the output array that we need. How can we convert it? Just divide by 5, right? Because what is each number? For example, what is 19? 19 was 4 plus 3 into 5, right? That is what we stored. So to extract, okay, so in this, if you want to extract the information of 3, right, you can simply divide by 5. So 19 divided by 5 will give 3, right? So you will get the output 3. Similarly, take 20, divide 20 by 5, you will get the output 4 that you actually need, right? So you will get 4. And then take 12, 12 divided by 5, 12 divided by 5 is 2. So you will get your answer 2 that you actually need. Take 1, 1 divided by 5 is 0. So you will get 0. This is the output that you actually need. Take 8, divide 8 by 5. 8 by 5 is 1. You actually need 1 and you have got 1. So this is the output array. Now let's move forward to coding it. So we have to iterate over the entire array for int I equal to 0, I less than n, I plus plus. Okay. Let's start iterating, and first number that I should do is first I should take the size. So n is equal to a dot size. Okay. Now let's see what is the array. Array is 40213. So let me also write it here. Array is 40213. This is the input array. For example, this is the input array. What do I want to convert it to? I want to convert it to 34201. Okay. 34201. 2, 0, 1. So at 4th index you have 3, so you want to store 3 here. At 0th index you have 4, so you want to store 4 here, and so on. Okay. Now let's see. Let's start with the code. So first we will take x. Okay, x is simply the number that, let's say, is a of I. So in our particular example, x is 3, right? This is the actual input that we want. So x is, let's say, 3. Okay. Sorry, x is 4. X is 4. Sorry, x is 4 because x is the input array that we have. X is 4. Let me write output here so that we don't get confused like I just did. Okay. So input is 4. So x is equal to 4, right? We have got the array. Now let us take the value that we want. So we want 3. Okay. How will you get 3? So we want 3. So let me take another variable y. So you can simply take a of x, right? And that will give you the number that we want. So y is equal to 3. So we want to store 3 in our output array in this place. So what is the little trick that we are doing? We are simply taking, okay, the number that we have. Currently we have x, right? We are adding it to the number y that we have. But we are not simply adding y. We will take y and we will take mod with n. Okay? And then we will multiply it with this number with our n, and we will store the value, right? This is the value that we will store in our a of I. This is the value that we will store. So what are we doing? We are taking 4. Okay. So y mod n. What is y mod n? Y mod n is just 3, right? 3 mod 5 is 3. Now we will multiply 3 with 5. So this is the value that we will get. So this is 4 plus 3 into 5, which is 19. So we will store 19 here. Okay. So that's what we are doing. We are simply storing 19 here. Let's quickly do a dry run of this once again. So we'll get 19 here. Okay. So in this value, so what is the current array? So current array is 19. Let me write current array. So it is the current array. Let's do a dry run quickly. So we have stored 19 here. Okay, now let's go forward to the next index. Next index is what? Next, let's ignore the output array for now. Okay, next index is what? Next index is 0, right? So we'll go at the 0th index. So what will be your x? X is 0, right? And what will be your y? Y is equal to a of 0. A of 0 is now 19. Okay. So now what you will do? X is 0, right? And what is y mod n? So now 19. From 19 you have to extract the information, right? How will you extract? You will simply take 19 mod 5, right? 19 mod 5 will give you the number that was already there. Okay. So that was 4, right? 4 was already there. So do 19 mod 5, you will get the number. 19 mod 5 is what? 5 3 is 15, 15 plus 4 is 19. So you will get 4. You will get the number that you need. Now we will not simply store the number. We will take mod of, we will multiply that number with n. So 4 5s are 20. So what you will do? You will store 20 here. Okay. So in this place you are storing 20. Now let's go forward to the next index. Next index is 2. So you will go at the 2th index. Okay. X is also 2. In this case y is also 2. Okay. So a of 2 is also 2. So in this case you will take 2. 2 mod 5 is 2, and then you will multiply it with 5 and you will store 12. So we will store 12 here. Okay. Now let's go to the next index. Next index is 1. Okay. So your x is 1 and you will go to the first index. First index is 0, right? At first index you have the at first index you have the number 20 now. You don't have 0. You have changed the array. This is the current array that you have modified. So you have 20. So you have 20. So you will take 20. And then what you will do? Let me erase it here. You will take the number x and you will take y. Y is 20. 20 mod 5. 20 mod 5 is again 0, right? Because 20 is divided by 5 completely. 20 mod 5 is 0. And then you will multiply it with 5 and you will store 1 here. So you will store 1 only here in place of this. Now next index is 3. So so what is your x? X becomes 3. You will go at the third index. Currently you have the number 1. So you will take 3. You will add 1. 1 mod 5 is just 1, right? And then you will multiply it with 5. So what is the answer that you will get? 5 plus 3, 8, right? You will get 8 and you will store 8 here. Okay. Now how will you extract the information? How will you get the output array from your current array? So just divide everything by 5, right? 19 by 5 is 3, 20 by 5 is 4, 12 by 5 is 2, 1 by 5 is 0 and 8 by 5 is 1 and so on. So that's it. So I'll just give the last case for int I equal to, okay, or simply I can give for int, okay, I equal to 0, I less than n, I plus plus. What is your a of I? Just divide it, a of I divided by n, and you will get the information. So that's it. We don't have to return anything. It's a void function. You have to just modify it in place. Now let's test and see if it's working. So it's working. Let's just submit and see. So it's accepted. That's it. Thank you for being patient and listening.